So Detroit's the biggest favorite of the divisional round, even bigger than Kansas City, who finished 15-2, but really had one loss because Mahomes sat out. But so they're the biggest favorite at Ford Field. We kind of have been breaking down how we think Washington can stay in this game, and in my opinion, it's a lot like what Washington did against Tampa, holding the ball for 36, 37 minutes. Because if they're going to have the ball 27, 28 minutes, I just don't see it, because Detroit's just going to be
or even 30-30 might not work out.
Yeah, too explosive. So how do you see? What would you think the Detroit game plan would be to stop Washington and Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it the other side first. The equalizer for Detroit and really what's kept them moving in the right direction despite massive losses to their defense, which if you had told me at the beginning of the year, there's no way I would have told you that could win 15 games with the guys that they've lost, is that offense. That offense is really tough to stop. And then they get on runs in games where they score on 3 or 4 straight possessions or 4 out of 5, and the other team has 1 or 2 empty possessions, and all of a sudden you're down 2 or 3 scores. That's really been the MO for them. Now, look, defense, holding Minnesota touchdown in that final regular season game, I don't think anybody really saw that coming. This defense has been challenged. It's been good, but toward the end of the season, they were giving up a lot of points too. To me, look, they just got to find some way to get him off the field a couple of times in this game. And this feels like the kind of game where 2 offenses that can score. If you have a couple of empty possessions, that might be a problem. I think turnovers are where Washington could make a move in this game, because where the Lions have struggled is where they've come out, and this is not that different than any team around the league, and made a couple of mistakes, had some empty possessions, given the other team short fields, or allowed their defense to score. So that's a huge key in this game. If the Lions don't hurt themselves and have their normal offensive game, I think it becomes a tough contest for Washington. But this is 60 minutes of football. You know, if you come out and turn the ball over a couple times, give him short fields, give him the ability to get them on the scoreboard quickly, I think that's where this becomes a problem for Detroit. Do I think Detroit's a better team? Yeah, but that doesn't always matter in games like this. You have to do what they've done to get to 15 wins. Play clean football, be productive on offense, utilize this team that you've built, which was the highest scoring team in the league. And if they do that, I think that goes towards Detroit's game plan. Where I think this thing gets off the rails a little bit is if they start playing sloppy and Washington comes up with a couple of takeaways, and all of a sudden you see some momentum